Alrighty, so you want to do the full shebang? You want to make your own skins for a weapon that isn't in a skin maker skip? This is how you do it. The first thing you want to do is set yourself up properly. Make a folder for your weapon with 3 subfolders: mesh, texture, and workshop. The next thing you're going to want to do is go on UAB and locate a separate copy of the streaming asset. You don't want to get the one that's inside the H3VR folders. You gotta want to copy it, pack it out, get it out of there so that you don't edit anything within H3VR. The next thing you're gonna want to do is when you have UAB open and you have the streaming asset that your weapon is located in, you're gonna want to categorize by name, container, and then hit type twice. This is the best way to categorize the weapons so that it's easy to find the stuff. The first category of stuff I went to find of my weapon is meshes. I found the meshes for the 870 MCS. I went to plugins, hit export to object, and then in my folder that I set up for myself, I put all the meshes, all the object files, in the mesh subfolder that I have created. Once that's done, I went to textures next. In this case, the 870 MCS only has 3 textures, 1 texture set. That makes making skins for this weapon real easy. I found them right over here: base color, alloy, normal, the stuff you expect. I exported it as PNG. I went to the texture subfolder and exported it. Once I got that done, I no longer needed UAB. I instead went over to Blender. What you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to import those meshes and put them in your scene in Blender. Always make sure to delete that cube, by the way. Importing multiple object files is a plugin. I will have that in the description of the video. Once the meshes are imported, you tidy them up. This is going to be your canvas. So you're going to want to make sure that the parts are separated decently. I usually keep the frame of the weapon in the center. I don't touch it because that's where you usually want the main canvas at, or main mesh file to be specific. Once all the parts are neatly separated, what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to go over to your materials, the pink ball in the down left corner, or down right corner, I should say. You're going to want to delete all the materials so that way they don't interfere when you're making a skin. Double check to make sure you have all the materials deleted. You're all set. You're going to want to go ahead and save the Blender file and export the canvas file. I went ahead and exported the canvas file first as an object file. And then I went ahead and saved the canvas just in case. As a Blender file, of course. Alright, once that's all done, I went ahead and went out of Blender and I went to Substance Painter. Now that we're in Substance Painter, I went ahead and did as we did with the Skinmaker skip tutorial. I found the canvas file and the normal texture, and I imported them both into Substance Painter. And then the same procedure, go to texture set settings to bake your mesh maps. Uncheck the normal box because you already got the normal. Make sure you pick your normal file and make sure that the skin is ready to be painted. The normal file is important to making engravings and any special smart materials that do effects to your normal map. That will make your skin pop out even more. So that's why it's important to do it like this. I got my smart material in place for a simple skin. I went ahead and exported it as we did in the previous tutorial. Set the config to alloy. Went ahead and found the folder to export it to. The 3 textures are now going to that folder. Now we don't have a manifest for this gun, so we have to make it ourselves, and I'll show you how. You select the folder where your exported textures are. It says you do not have a manifest file. You make it. Say yes. And then for the GUID, no capitalized letters, no spaces, underscores and periods are allowed, no special characters. Name it whatever you want. It's up to you. For the version, it has to be 3 letters, numbers, 3 numbers. It's got to be number dot. For this case, it would be 1.0.0. And then a description can be whatever. No one reads descriptions anyway. When it comes to adding your textures, you're going to want to hit add, and then you're going to want to select your color. The first one I recommend being base color. And then to find out what that base color text parameter is, I recommend going back to the vanilla texture and just copying that part before the -CAB and all those numbers and putting it there. That is usually the base color name of the weapon. For the alloy, it's going to be the exact same thing, but for text param, you're going to do underscore spec text, S and T are capitalized. And for the normal, same thing, except for the text param, it's going to be bump map, underscore bump map with B and M capitalized. Once you got all that down, it is ready to be exported. You're going to want to go ahead and export it as a hot mod, name it whatever. I recommend having the name of the weapon first, and then underscore, and then the name of the skin. That is the ideal way. Once you got the hot mod ready, you just put it in your Sideloader folder located in the weapon folder, and that'll be it.